Now put the d equals to minus 1 in equation 1. So where's equation 1? So let us take that equation 1 here. So I'm going to take this equation 1. Okay. D equals to minus 1. So where d is there, you're going to replace it with minus 1 like this. Okay. Next step, write 2 equals to a plus. Now here, minus 1 into p is minus p, right? Minus p, and then minus 1 to minus 1 is plus 1. Okay. Then, in my next step, write q equals to, then we get what? Here we get, now I'm just moving all the components which is present here. See, minus p and 1 to the left hand side. So q, and then we get minus p. If I move to the other side, it becomes plus p. So I can write like this: p plus q minus 1. Okay. So here minus p, it moves to the other side, becomes plus p, and q is already there, and plus 1. When I move to the left hand side, it becomes minus. And on the right hand side, you have only a. Okay. So that means I just rearrange the terms. I just write a as p plus q minus 1. Okay. So this is our first term. Then I have now, right, AR. So already we need to find out what actually we need to do. In this problem, we need to prove that arch term of the progression is p plus q minus r, correct? No. So we find out the arch term. So arch term already we know that it is AR equals a plus r minus 1 to d. So instead of n, wherever n is there, you just replace it with. Okay. ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು substituting a and d in the whole equation. See, we have a value is how much? P plus q minus 1, and d is what? Minus 1, correct? No. So in that one, we are going to replace here. So let me write a statement here. Substituting the value of a and d in the above equation, we get. Okay, so once again, write this equation. So instead of a, what we take? P plus q minus 1. So instead of a, I'm going to replace with p plus q minus 1. D ಬದಲು ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? Instead of d, you have minus 1, correct? No. So we can replace it with minus 1. Then in my next step, write p plus q minus 1. And then here minus 1 into r is minus r, right? And minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. So now what you find that something here minus 1 and plus 1 gets cancelled, right? Minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled. That means we get what? My next step, right? P plus q plus r. So this is what we have got. So that's what the required answer is, correct? No? Same thing we got here. So here you have made, so we got as p plus q minus. So the final conclusion is hence proved. So we can write that hence proved. That's it. Now I move on to the next question. Problem number 80. Okay. So before that, let me revise this question once again. What we did in this. So here they had asked you the p term of the progression is q, correct? And then q term of the progression is p. So, and we need to prove that AR equals what? P plus q minus r, correct? Now we know that AN equals c plus n minus 1 to d. That is the formula, right? So now instead of AN. So wherever N is it, replace it with P. So I write AP equals A plus P minus 1 to D. But what is AP, people? AP is actually Q. So I'll get Q the birthday. Q equals A plus P minus 1 to T. Similarly, AQ is nothing but A plus Q minus 1 to D. Wherever N is there, replace it with Q. And but AQ is what? AQ is nothing but here it is equal to P. Just replace it with, now replace this with P. So P equals A plus Q minus 1 D called as equation 2. And this is called as equation 1. Next step, what I do is I'm going to do 2 minus 1. So equation 2 minus 1, what we get? On my left hand side, I get P minus Q. And on my right hand side, I get A plus Q minus 1 to D minus bracket open this whole terms. This one, A plus P minus 1 to D. That one you are going to write. Then you have to open the bracket wherein A and A gets cancelled. You'll be left out with Q minus 1 to D and minus or minus of P minus 1 to D. Now here we took D as common and then what I did, and here this we had put bracket open also. See there's a bracket. Within bracket we have to put return P minus 1. If you open the bracket, we get minus P, minus into minus is plus, plus 1 we get. Then minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled. Okay, so this and this gets cancelled. Then we have P minus 1, P minus Q equals D into Q minus P. I just interchange that. We got it as P minus Q minus of D into P minus Q. So Q minus P can be written as P minus Q. So which concept I use? Using this concept. Using A minus B equals, it can be written as minus of B minus A. Then here on your left hand side, you have got 1 and on the right hand side, you have got minus 1 because this P minus Q got cancelled. No, that's why. Then we can interchange the sign. So it can be written as D equals to minus 1. Okay. And then what I did, I put D equals minus 1 in equation 1. So I took that equation 1 here. See, this is the equation 1. No, the same. You take this equation and then you replace it with minus 1. Okay. And by doing that, we got A value, which is equal to P plus Q minus 1. After that, what I did, taken that AR, we need to find out AR. No, we need to prove that AR is something that mentioned the problem. So I'm going to take that AR and you have to substitute the value of A and D in that equation. So here, what is A value? It is P plus Q minus 1. And what is D value? It is minus 1. So just substitute it and finally we get P plus Q minus R and hence proved. Okay. So coming to the 80th problem, there are 5 terms in an arithmetic progression. Some of these terms is 55 and the fourth term is 5 more than the sum of the first 2 terms. Find the terms of the arithmetic progression. Another important question. So then so there are 5 terms in the given arithmetic progression. So ಅದನ್ನ first ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? The 5 integers in A, B, B. ಏನು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಇದು? So 5 integers ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು A minus D first ಏನ್ ಬರೀತೀರಿ? It should be ಇದನ್ನ A minus D. So I write like this. A minus 2D. Okay. Comma. A minus D, second integer. Third integer, I take it as A, and fourth integer, I take it as A plus D, and fifth integer, I take it as A plus 2D. In ತರ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Where A is the middle term, and B is the common difference. So ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಈ ತರ ನೀವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ 5 ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, 4 ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಯಾವ ತರ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay. Now coming to the problem again. So there's given certain condition. What they have given the condition, sum of these terms is 55, correct? No, so that means the condition 1 was sum of these 5 terms is 55. ಇದು condition, first condition ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ Sum of these terms is 55 ಅಂತೆ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ terms ಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ so I write the step here. Next step I just write so sum of these terms ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ terms ಗಳು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಓಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಸಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ 55 ಅಂತ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ದಿಸ್ minus 2d plus 2d it gets cancelled okay minus 2d plus 2d minus d plus d gets cancelled so you'll be left out on the left hand side you get 5a because there are 5 a's a how many are there 5 a's equals to 55 okay or so yeah 5 and 5 11 times correct cancellation. So 5 and here 5 11 times. So that means a equals to 11 we got. Okay. So I got value of a as 11. Now next to one more condition they have mentioned. So what's the next condition they have mentioned? The fourth term is 5 more than the sum of the first two terms. Correct? That is the condition 2. So I write down the second condition. That is the second condition they have mentioned. So now fourth term. So when I say fourth term, what is the fourth term here? This is the first term, this is second term. Let me write it here better. So here, this is first term, this is second term, this is third term, this is fourth term, this is fifth term. Okay. So now fourth term is 5 more, 5 more means what? So here you write down the that is nothing but a plus d, correct? No, a plus d equals to 5 more. 5 more means 5 plus. Then sum of first two terms. Sum of first two terms means what? So that is here it is nothing but so a1. So here let me write it. So here the fourth term is 5 more than the sum of first two terms. First two terms is this one. A minus 2d and a minus d. So we're going to write out a minus 2d. Let me put it in bracket. And then plus another term is a minus d. Okay. Now in my next step, so just open the bracket, will be a plus d on the left hand side, 5 plus. Here also I open the bracket, I just write like this, a minus 2d plus a minus d. In that you should write. In my next step, I write, so it will be a plus d on the left hand side. And now here on the right hand side, you get 5. And then a plus a will be 2a. So plus 2a minus 2d and minus 2d and plus 2d. Minus 2d and minus d is nothing but minus 3d. Okay. So that is so now we get so now here a plus d we have got 5 plus a minus 2d minus d. So that then we get a plus d equals 5 plus 2a. Okay. And then minus 3d. Here minus 2d and minus d is minus 3d we get. This minus 3d, I can move it to the minus 1. Simultaneously, this a you can move it to the right hand side. Okay. So here minus this minus 3D, move it to the left hand side. So next step, we write that. So here we have D plus 3D. We have, and on the right hand side, I write 5 plus 2AM. Okay. Then, so D plus 3D is nothing but 40, correct? 40 equals to 5 plus 2A minus A is nothing but plus A. Okay. Now what I do is, here you got A as 11, right? So you can substitute here. So you can substitute A as, so let me write the sentence here. 4, A equals 11 in the full. Now when you do like that, right? Yeah, yeah, what do you part of it? Same equation work for remain. So A रखड़े, तो ये ना ये का 11 होगा. E का A का next step A 40 there. So 5 plus 11 is nothing but 16, correct? So on there again I thought the 4 and 16 is 4 times 4 side 4. 4 means we get E equals to 4. Okay, now next, then what I do, I'm going to put E equals to 4, find the right term. Okay, next step, put E equals 11 and those 5 things. So the first term, as I told you, it is nothing but A minus 2D. So A minus 2D is what? A is 11 minus 2 into D is how much? 4. So it is equal to 11 minus 8. Okay. Second term is put together A minus D, which is nothing but minus 4 is equal to 7. Then third term is nothing but we got it as A is equal to fourth term. So fourth term is something A plus D. What is A plus D? That is plus is nothing but D. And fifth term is A plus 2B is nothing but 11 plus 2. So, 4. So just thing that 1 plus 8 is 18. Okay, so write the concluding statement here. Hence, 5 terms of the progression are 3, 7, 11, 15, and E. Okay, we go for the next question. In an arithmetic progression, term is one more than term. The sum of and fifth terms is 5 times the second term. Find the 10th term. Okay, so you problem. Okay. Now, even n ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಫಸ್ಟ್ A1 ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ 6 ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ A6 equals to here 1 more than twice the third term. 1 more than more than plus ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Twice the third term. Third term ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 times A3 ಅಂತ 2 into A3. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 A3 ಅಂತ ಬರೀ. Next ಏನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು? Sum of the fourth and the fifth term. Sum of the fourth and fifth term is what? A4 plus 5, which is should be equal to 5 times the second term. 5 times the second term is what? 5 times A2. Okay. Then what we need to find out? We need to find out 10th term of the arithmetic progression. Correct? And then to find a10. Okay, is term numerical. Now we know the formula. We know that in any b equals a plus segment. Okay. Now let us consider the first condition. What's the first condition they mentioned? So the first condition mentioned on the Orient a6 equals a6 equals 1 plus 2a3. ಈಗ what is a6? A6 ನನ್ನ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? I can 5 plus 5d equals to 1 plus 2a3. 2a3 na 2 into a3 na can write as a plus 2d. Yeah, ಈ ತರ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Next a plus 5d ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. In this here hand side equals to 1 plus 2 into a is 2a, 2 into 2d is how much? 4. Yeah. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್. ಸೊ 2 into a, 2 into 2d. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 2 into 2a, 2 into a is 2a, 2 into 2d is 4d. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ 4d ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಏರನ್ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ. So it is in my next step. Right? 2d and on my right hand side I write 2a minus a plus 1. Why plus 1? But it 1 earlier at the end changes you know. So this in the right hand side only. So I just rearrange it. That's now 5d minus 4d is how much? Is d only on the left hand side. And on my right hand side 2a minus a is something but a plus. You can call it a equation 1. Next to the name I'm going to consider the second condition. So this is my second condition. What's the second condition, people? They mentioned that a4 plus a5 is equal to 5a2. In my next step, a4 people, a4 is a plus ad plus what is a5? A plus 4 equal to 5a2. 5a2 is 5 into a2. A2 of the a plus d. See here, you should use bracket. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವು ಬರೀತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್, now what we have a and a. What is a and a? It is 3 right now. So 2a ಬರೀತೀನಿ plus what is 3d and 4d? It is 70. Right? So 70 ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ plus 2. Now on the right hand side, 5a is 5a. Special property 5 into d is 5. Next ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, d ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, a ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೋಡಿ, ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈ 5d ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 70 ಇದರ 70, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಈ 5d ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ 2a right. Okay. So that means in my next step, you can write it as 70 minus 5d. On the right hand side, you get 5a minus 2a. Okay. Then you get 70 minus 5d is something but 2d. And on the right hand side, you get 3a. Okay. ಈಗ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, so now I'm going to use equation 1 in this 2d equals to 3a. ಇದನ್ನ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Using 1 in the above equation we get. ಸೊ ಇದೇ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿ ಏನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ, a plus 1 ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ a ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಒನ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಈ ತರ ಹಾಕೊಂಡೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 2 into a is how much 2a ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 2 into 1 is 3 equals to 3a ಆಯ್ತಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ I can write it as ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ 2a ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ I can move it to the right hand side. So on your right hand side you get 3a minus 2a. So again ನಿಮ್ಗೆ so we get a equals to 2. I just read the terms. I just wrote directly a equals to 2. Okay. ಈಗ a2 ಬಂತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು put a equals to in equation 1 ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ a equals to in equation 1 ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ equation 1? equation 1 ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಡಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ, ಡಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇವಾಗ a ಇರೋ ಕಡೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ 2 plus 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 3 ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಡಿ ಆಸ್ 3. Okay. Next, what I have to find out, let me see. We are asked to find out A10, correct? No. So now A10 Kannada. So A10, A10 is nothing but what? A plus D, correct? A plus A is how much? A value is 2 plus 9 into D is how much? 3. Okay. That means to say 2 plus 9 is 27. 27 plus 2 is how much? 29. So you write the conclusion or concluding statement, hence the 10th term of the arithmetic progression is 29. Okay. That is done. Now I move on to problem number 82. Very important question, people. Let us see how to do this. First, given given problem the sum of first 10 terms of an arithmetic progression is 5n minus n square. Write the progression, find the 21st term, and also find the sum of first 21 terms of the progression. So first given n sum of first 10 terms of the progression is 5n minus n square. Andre Sn value sum of first 10 terms andre Sn equals to is put in the Sn equals 5n minus n square. Correct? ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ to find what you need to find out. AP we need to find out. At the same time also we need to find out this 21st term. 21st term is A21 and no find the sum of first 21 terms. Sum of first 21 terms on there. Yes, 21. Yeah, now what I do is here we put n equals 1 and n equals 2 in Sn formula and calculate A1 and A2. Okay, this is important step. Here we put n equals 1 and n equals 2 in Sn equals to 5 minus n square and calculate A1 and A2. But this ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡೋದು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು A1 ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ A1 ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? put n equals 1 in Sn square 5n minus n square. Put n equals 1 in Sn equals 5n minus n square. So now here S1 ನೋಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ, ಎನ್ನಿರ ಕಡೆ 1 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. 1 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೋಣ. like this. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, that means 5 minus 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This will become 4. Okay. It is nothing but what? Actually, it is A1. This is the first term, correct? No? This is also nothing but first term. A. Okay. A or A1, anything is fine. ಒಂದು ನೋಟ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಒಂದೇನು ಅಂತ ನೋಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, No, the sum of first one term is just the first term itself. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ ಬರೀ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ ಸಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೋ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದೇ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೋ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ S1 ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು A2 ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋಣ ಸೊ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ A2 ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು put n equals to in pi n minus n squared ಹೌದಾ ಇದೇ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಗೆ ನಾನು n equals to ನ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ n ಇಂದ 2 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಹೋಗಿ n ಇರ ಕಡೆ ನೀವು ಏನಾಗ್ತೀರಾ 2 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ then what we get by 2 is 10 10 minus 4 is nothing but what equal to 6 ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಏನರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂದ್ರೆ A1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ A2 ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮೀನಿಂಗು ಆಯ್ತಾ ಸೊ ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೂ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ A2 is nothing but A2 ನಿಂಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ S2 minus S1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ A2 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ S2 minus S1 will give you A2. So what is S2 people? S2 is bantu 8 S2 is nothing but 6, correct? So 6 minus S1 is bantu S1 is how much? It is 4, correct? 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 10 out there. 6 minus 4 we get it as 2. Correct. Now common difference on common difference D it is you know that it is A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1. A2 is value, A2 value is 2, and A1 value is how much? A1 value ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ A1 value ಬಂತಲ್ಲ A1 value ಎಷ್ಟು 4 ಆ 4 ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ 2 minus 4 it is minus 2 okay okay 2 minus 4 equal to minus 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಂತು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ A21 ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಬರೆಯೋಣ ಓಕೆ now what is A21 now A21 is nothing but A plus 20D correct what is A value is nothing but 4 ಬರುತ್ತೆ correct so 4 plus 22 D value is how much D value we already got known here only. It is minus 2, correct? Minus 2. 2, get close, equals 2. So how much we get? 4 minus 40, which is equal to minus 36. Yeah. So we got minus 36. Then for the given ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ they ask you S21 correct so S21 ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು so for the given problem we have Sn equals 5n minus n square correct so we can easily find out S21 from this okay so n ಇರ ಕಡೆ 21 ಹಾಕಿ so same equation ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ n ಏನಾಗ್ತೀರನೋ 21 ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ and where n is that replace it with 21 okay just simple now what is this equal to 5 into 21 5 into 21 is 105 minus 21 square is 441 okay 105 minus 441 is what minus 336 okay so now give a concluding statement happen hence 21st term is minus 36 and sum of first 20 terms of the progression is minus 336 okay so we continue the next problem in our next video thank you